Yokwe Aulep, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, all courtesies observed. Greetings from the United Nations in New York, and congratulations to President Hilde Hein and the Government of Marshall Islands for gathering us from around the globe into the circle of this virtuous virtual summit. This is indeed a timely opportunity for us all to fortify our resolve to heighten ambition and action in preparation for what lies in store next month in Katowice, Poland. With Fiji's term as president of COP24 drawing to an end, as a Fijian, I'm deeply proud of the UNFCCC leadership provided by the Prime Minister and Government of Fiji over the last year. The launch of the Ocean Pathway, bringing climate and ocean action together, along with the sharing spirit of the Talanoa Dialogue, are legacies that will shape the perilous journey ahead. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, you're all well aware of the immense challenges facing the well-being of the climate, ocean, and biodiversity of planet Earth. In spite of them being the natural life support system upon which we depend for our very existence, these three planetary essentials are under greater threat now than ever before in human history. If we think only that every second breath we take comes from the ocean, the profound sanctity of life in the ocean is revealed. Seen in that existential light, the preservation of the ecosystems supporting marine life becomes absolutely vital, in the true sense of that word, to humanity's future. But tragically, the rampant habitat destruction and chemical pollution observed on land is now equally apparent in the ocean. Ladies and gentlemen, of the four great threats to the ocean, climate change is the worst. The other three are essentially products of human mismanagement: pollution, destruction of coastal and marine habitats, and non-sustainable exploitation of marine resources. Human mismanagement can be corrected, and we're setting ourselves down that corrective path with the 10 universal targets of Sustainable Development Goal 14 being the path's milestones, to be followed with greatest diligence and faithfulness. But climate change is the dark cloud that hangs over our efforts, the cause of rising sea levels, warming waters, and changing currents, the force behind the death of coral, the dispersion of species from natural habitats, and the acidifying and deoxygenating of the ocean. It's thus that climate action and ocean action are drawn together as the two arms to restore respect and balance to humanity's relationship with the planet on which we live. The positive news, the news that we offer our children, is that we have a credible global plan to save life in the ocean. And I refer here, of course, to the Paris Climate Agreement and to the UN's 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, and to such multilateral agreements as the UN Convention on Biological Diversity. As I'm sure you know, within the 2030 Agenda, we have created the 10 targets of Sustainable Development Goal 14, specifically designed to reverse the cycle of decline in which the ocean has been caught. It sits directly after Sustainable Development Goal 13, the call for urgent action to combat climate change. Faithfully implemented around the world, north and south, east and west, I am confident, hand on heart, that this plan, this intricately negotiated mosaic of global accords, will indeed allow us to bequeath a healthy ocean to our children and grandchildren. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to seize this moment to applaud the input of ocean science in the struggle to combat the challenges of climate change. In this regard, we look forward to game-changing impact next year from the IPCC's special report on the ocean and cryosphere in a changing climate, and to the UN's Decade of Ocean Science for Sustainable Development. We're all in this together. It's a human conundrum. We're all in it together. Thus, with science as our guide, the worlds of business and finance, NGOs and civil society, academia, local and national governments, regional and international organizations, we must all rally to the call. All must play their part and be judged by history as to the effectiveness of our commitments. I'd also like to take this moment to bring attention to the UN's Communities of Ocean Action and to encourage you to get involved, whether as an individual, company, community, organization, or government, I urge you to join in the work of the Communities of Ocean Action, which you can do by visiting the UN website oceanconference.un.org. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, action on climate change and ocean action are the two great callings of the 21st century. This is so because we have reached a time in history when only concerted and urgent action by the global community will allow humanity to conquer poverty and feed the world sustainably and preserve biodiversity and continue to live in security on planet Earth. Please strive hereafter, following on from this virtuous virtual summit, to ensure that climate action and ocean action are part of your daily thoughts and deeds. I thank you for listening.